Is there a video to be had where I talk about my lightsaber? That's gotta be a thing, right?
Oh my god, oh my god, there's kids in the background of the video. That's just sick. But the way that they're trying to wind people up is by being a sort of weirdo nonce type individual, right? It was only a short clip. It wasn't anything too crazy. But it was just that Lily Contino person saying some deranged shit about wanting a dildo shaped like a lightsaber after going to Disneyland the other day.
Is there a video to be had where I talk about my lightsaber? That's gotta be a thing, right? What if I got like a mini lightsaber and then it's like, looks like, you know, and I do like a fun video with it? Wrong. I'm not sure if that one reminds me as much as... Honestly, none of them are thick enough if we're being...
Bro, why is this Lily Contino? Why are they always at fucking... Bro, they spend about... It feels like they spend 70% of their time at Disney. The thing is, Disney adults are a bit weird, but normally it's like, you're like, oh yeah, I love Disney and I really want to go to Disney World and whatever, fair enough. Or obviously parents with kids. But this person is like a transgender individual that is seemingly constantly wanting to knock about and hang about at Disney. And now they're searching through the gift shop for the best, most penis-looking thing that they can bandy about in their content. And also, yeah, you're going to Disney to talk about your weird trans shit too. What a bizarre concept. Why?
Totally real. Okay, so we'll take this one off. Okay. Right? Like, right? Am I crazy? It's got to be mini, no?
Oh my god, there's fucking kill! Oh my god, there's kids in the background of the video! That's just sick! This is sicko shit. You can see the kids in the background of the video. Oh god. Including them in your video without well, they can't even consent themselves. The parents consent.
I guess I could just use my full-size lightsaber. No? For that video? Use the full size, don't extend all the way.
Doing like weird innuendos about their cock popping out.
Okay, these are like the more expensive lightsabers. You think I should use the full size? What about these? Slide button and flick wrist, no. What about the hilts? Yeah, the full size will probably be more... I think the full size is more reminiscent, right? What is more reminiscent, do we think? This,
What is more reminiscent? Talking about their wretched penis in a fucking toy shop with kids around. Oh, God, dude. It's just grotesque. Oh. Oh, God, dude. Lock them up. Lock them up. Lock them up. In a male prison, by the way.
Extend it, or this. What reminds you more of the thing? The thing I'm concerned about is, does it look like a blank? What looks most like a blank? Don't worry about matching. Don't worry about that.
So this must have been from their previous trip, I guess. Because they look a lot more... They look worse here, don't they?
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
I'm glad they didn't hear about the Jedi-themed dilators. Those are apparently making the rounds in the underground parts of Disney.
Thank you very much, Lender Ender Guy, for the super chats. Dude, I always fucking get a little bit of trans thing going. And yes, get your jokes ready, very funny. The same jokes, guys. Come on, I'm ready for them. But it always makes me want to watch a bit more because of how deranged it is, especially this person. This is probably like the worst, except for some explicit lolcow type person, I guess. This is the worst. This is the worst person. Who out there is making worse, most despicable, wretched content than this as a trans individual? Hang on. Have they got any more stuff that they've done? What's the name? Lily. It's Lily Tino, isn't it? Lily Tino. Because the thing is as well, people say about this person, oh, they're just a rage baiter. Yeah, you're falling for it by getting rage baited. And it's like, well, yeah, sure, I'm sure they're trying to wind people up. But the way that they're trying to wind people up is by being a sort of weirdo, nonce type individual. Right? I mean, it's like, you know, oh, I'm just trolling by pretending to be a bit of a pedo. Yeah, what's the problem? I'm trying to rage bait you. And it's like the way that they're doing it, by filming in a store like that, having those points about their fucking innuendos about the penis, with children in the background of the video. It's just wretched and wicked behaviour, you know? Because, obviously, when I'm out with my kids, you obviously want to take pictures of them when they're doing, you know, like, if they're a fairground or something, right? But you're cautious to not put other, like, kids in it. Like, you try and avoid filming other kids. And this person just doesn't seem to care. They're just like, yeah, well, oh yeah, anyway, this looks a bit like a lightsaber, am I right? Is this kids fucking milling about in the background? Wait a second. Look, okay. Progressives have been so brain broken by this idea that, like, trans stuff should just be widely discussed and even accepted by kids, right? This stuff is confusing and it shouldn't be anywhere near areas that are fucking, you know, kids are present. Obviously, yes. Obviously, you can do like a sort of trans person going to Disney World. I know the trans phobes won't like this tape, but whatever. If you're just going to go and be normal, fine. But making it all about, talking about your penis in a sort of like, you know, weird way, like, it's just not right. It ain't right. And then you've got kids in the background that you're including in the video too. Wait, did we see this one?
Is with bathrooms. You know, Florida is really conservative. I don't know what the rules are. Trans women are allowed to be in women's bathrooms, but I'm about to go and use the bathroom because I have to tinkle. If I get stopped, I guess. But I'm a woman, so I'm going to use the women's bathroom, and being in Florida or being in California or wherever isn't going to stop me. So I will report back in a minute.
And they make this big fucking dance, like song and dance about taking a piss. Oh, I'm going to take a piss, guys. Hopefully the trans police don't come and fucking molest me. Uh-oh. Oh my god, Dave.
Once I have hopefully tinkled without issue.
3 minutes later.
That went as well as it could have gone. No one gave me any weird looks. Definitely no one stopped me. I walked in, I found a stall. I peed standing up, which is something I'm sometimes a little self-conscious about with the sound. I think, oh, is there someone peeing standing up there? But you know what? I peed standing up and it was fine. And then I washed my hands and I left. And you know what? On my way out from the women's bathroom, I took a quick picture with someone who recognized me and it was lovely. So overall, Disney World in Florida, 10 out of 10. Women's bathroom experience for trans women, would recommend. I've made it into Disney.
Right, okay. So it's like an obsession for these people. They've got to make content about going for a piss under the pretense that they're going to get genocided for walking into the women's toilets. I mean, this person is, you know. Would you like would this? But if they were presenting to you and you worked at a school, and they wanted to come and work at your school, and there was this sort of like nothing criminal necessarily, nothing you could point to that is explicitly against the law, but there was this kind of unusual behaviour, particularly at like a place that is designed for kids, and then you're in the fucking gift shop and you're trying to find a lightsaber and you're making these comments about your, you know, genitalia in relation to purchasing a lightsaber. Would you want them to work at the school? Like, to me, I'm like, no. I'd probably be like, yeah, this is, you know, I don't think there's anything explicitly here that means you're going to diddle a kid, but there's enough of a concern that out of an abundance of caution, we probably shouldn't let you work at a fucking school if that's the kind of behaviour that you're going to engage in, right? And in fact, I would wager that if a present teacher, regardless of what gender they are, if they were in a gift store making innuendos about their penis whilst children were milling about in the background, I think they would probably get in severe trouble, possibly even losing their fucking job. Because it's such unusual behaviour that you know, just creates a risk that otherwise isn't there absent of that behaviour, you know? This isn't allowed for women or men teachers who are on social media. They'd be fired no matter what. Yeah, exactly. That's my assumption as to what would happen, right? And I'm not a complete
Okay,
bigot.
that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
First time having money for a Chud stream, kinda nervous.
What the fuck have you got to be nervous about, you fucking moron? What's your problem, dude? Thank you very much for the $10. Very generous. Thank you for that. You don't need to be nervous. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, Babka, dude. You're just trying to wind me up, obviously. It's so clear. Like, I'm not saying a trans person can't be a teacher. I'm saying a trans person that engages in this kind of behavior. That is the issue. And I even branched it out and said, if they were cisgender, if they were a man or a woman, a normal one, they would also likely be penalised and punished for this sort of behaviour. Dude, they're in a fucking toy shop, essentially. What's tantamount to a toy shop? Talking about their cock. I mean, dude, what are we talking about? They're talking about their cock in a toy store. What the fuck? And filming that and putting it on the internet. It's just not, it's not within, like, our social norms at all. And there's absolutely no reason to do it. There's no fucking reason to do it. Why not go to the sex store and do it? Why not go to a sex store that's willing and make some weirdo content about your cock in the sex store? Why not do that? Why not take it to a 100% without question adult appropriate location? Why do you have to do it at fucking Disneyland of all places? And it's not even the first time they've done this. They did it before with them talking about their reverse penile vaginoplasty in the context of those fucking marshmallow tubes and shit that they were dancing about with. It's extremely fucking disturbing and odd. And it's not within our social norms. And I think that it does create at least a legitimate concern that would, you know, if a teacher did this, they could probably get fired. And they're at Disney like every year, it feels like. Oh God, dude, I can't help myself. Literally cannot help myself. We've watched a lot of these recently, though. That's the problem. Dude, I can't. Come on, dude. Mail, AGP, AGP. Yeah, dude. Also, can we just talk about this other simple point as well, right? Okay, this other very simple... Right. What woman do you know, what cisgendered woman, what normal woman do you know that would film, talk about, discuss and upload something as trivial as going to the woman's toilet? Right? Who would film a TikTok? What woman would film a TikTok and go, oh, I'm about to go for a little piss, ladies. I'm about to go for a little tinkle. I'll tell you what it's like when I'm back. And they want to tell us that they're just like women, no questions asked. You can't say anything different. They are women. Trans women are women. End of discussion. Well, what about that behaviour? Clearly that distinguishes them from other women because other women don't see it. And yeah, I get you can make an argument about, oh, but trans people are oppressed and all this stuff, right? Still doesn't mean that you need to make a fucking video talking about it. Acting like you're going to get genocided for taking a piss in the women's toilets. It's like fucking ridiculous. And they stood up when they did it too. Dude, the standing up thing. The standing up thing. That's another thing that they're doing to indicate and signal that they're not like another woman. But don't question that. They are like another woman. They took a piss standing up, bro. Presumably without any implements, like a shiwi or whatever it's called. Yes, they talked about pissing standing up. The point of saying she's different from a woman is it was widely accepted and acceptable to differentiate between transsexuals, okay? So males who are trying to appropriate the image of a woman or look like a woman or live like a woman, but they're a male, and a woman. That used to be a completely legitimate distinction to make, and you know, it was fine. You know, everyone was accepting of that. But progressive ideology has moved to the point now where you've got to accept them as women, and that's it. There is no distinction. There is no distinction between a transsexual and a woman. A trans woman is a woman. End of discussion. You know? I fully understand the argument the trans community documents this so they can show the difference to trans people. But there wasn't any difference. This beautiful woman was able to walk into the woman's toilet and use it without even being so much as challenged. Anyway, guys, listen, I don't really want to get more into this trans stuff. I need to take a piss myself, okay? I'll be sure to film a little TikTok to let you know all about it. Hey, guys, I'm just going to go and take a tinkle. Let me tell you what it's like when I come back. Dude, how weird would that be? What a weird concept, bro. Oh, man. These fucking people, dude, I tell you. These bloody people. Right. I will be back in a sec, guys. I'll be back in a sec.